One of my youngest childhood memories was I was in front of the house on 57th Street between, I think it was K and L, and a little boy. On my left arm, a mantis had perched up, and I'm looking at the mantis, and the mantis is looking at me. And we sat there. It felt like for an eternity. I'm just looking at this motherfucker. This motherfucker's looking at me. I'm like, are you gonna make a move? What are you gonna do? What are you doing here? Just silent communication. Or just, I don't know if there was any communication. But it was relayed to me by my mother that I began to eat caterpillars and shit after that. So, what happened there? Did I assume some aspects of this praying mantis? Just look, I distinctly remember it. I'm looking at it. It's looking at me. You know, this is like a pre-5-year-old. It's one of my oldest memories. You know, beautiful, beautiful spring, maybe summer day. And then I shake it off. And then I go relay the story to like we had Russian neighbors at the time. I was friends. Stephen Walkoff was his name. And I remember speaking to his mother, and his mother was captivated by the story. You know, and I'm just looking at this thing, trying to figure out what makes it tick. And then like impressed her for, I guess, a young kid. Like whatever. So there was something going on, something about nature, or like she knew something or something like that. But yeah, you know, if it wasn't for other unfortunate events with, you know, with the situation growing up, I'm not going to say it was difficult growing up compared to others. You know, I'm not going to compare my childhood to other people's childhood, but it wasn't sunshine and rainbows. There was a lot of traumatic stuff that has since been rectified, but you know, everybody goes through it to some measure, but some people are lucky enough where they you know, things are pretty good. You know, everybody was generally loved, things kind of went smooth. Not so for everybody, but for many, luckily for them, it works out. Anyway, so I've always had an affinity for nature, ever since I'm young. And I'll elaborate later.